Alright, so I've been looking to bring you guys a build that includes the Ninja Bag Messenger Bag. And basically, as you guys know, what it does is it gives you the extra bonus for whatever gear set that you're using. So if you have 2 pieces of a gear set, it gives you the 3rd bonus. If you have 1 piece of a gear set, it gives you the 2nd bonus. Basically, that's what it does. Now, my build is basically centered around my MP7. I'm trying to do the most amount of damage in a short period of time, and the MP7 does that because of the RPM. As you can see, it's 950, one of the fastest in the game. If you compare that to, say, an M4 variant, which is 850 on an assault rifle, it does hit harder, the assault rifle does, but the MP7 shoots more bullets in that time, and that's what I'm going for. Now with this build, the 2 things I'm combining is the Alpha Bridge and the Banshee Shadow. Now, of course, in the dark zone, I would actually switch this out for a 3-piece Banshee to make it 4-piece with the Ninja Bike, and then 3-piece of Alpha Bridge. Or actually, I could use 2 Predators, 2 Striker, whatever. That's gonna come up in a different build video, but for this one, we're just gonna focus on the fact that with my MP7, I get responsive, competent, and deadly. Crit damage, responsive, and competent are all multiplicative type of damages. If you guys want to understand what I mean by that, you can check out MarcoStyle's video, the link's gonna be below. And I also added Unforgiven to it so that I'm already getting this multiplicative damage right here, but if I start losing health, I start to get Unforgiven as well, which increases the damage output that I do. Usually, because I'm shooting faster than most people, these first 3 talents should be enough anyways, and I have the same talent on the other weapons, so I get competent on the last one. And this an MP5, if I'm shooting more than 1 person, it's always useful to have those extra bullets, even though I'm not shooting as fast. And basically what I have rolled here is skill haste with health with firearms. The mods that I use on it are firearms health. I use firearms health mods and stamina health mods, and I run 1 electronics piece. So firearms health here, and then here is same thing, firearms. I use skill power to just increase the amount of heal that I get when I use my heals and my pulse as well. And on my knee pads, I have electronics rolled here, so that's important because if you use just firearms and everything, then you don't get that useful healing that you lose because you're not using the specialized backpack. Most people don't notice how much the specialized does, so you can't just run all firearms with this build because you still need some kind of survivability. As you can see, my toughness is at 299,000, almost at 300k, and that's where it should be for you to be tanky enough. And then the skill power being at 124 is what's going to give you the additional skill power that you need. And on this one, I also have firearms health mod and self-heal. Now here I have self-heal. That goes without saying, at this point everybody should be running self-heal mods and everything. And the last one has my stamina health mod, just to boost my toughness a little bit more, and to get my armor mitigation actually a little bit more, and to give me that extra additional health. Now with this build, what I try to achieve is because right now you see my damage right here is at 315,000 with 7,700 firearms. Now that looks like it might not be the most amount of damage, especially if you compare that to the exotic build that I use with the same MP7. That goes all the way up to 390 because I'm using 8,700 firearms. Now the thing is, I'm using a specialized backpack to attain the amount of skill power that I have there. So you see the skill power is more, toughness is actually pretty much the same thing, but I'm doing more damage. That's why I still feel like this build overall is the best. But you have to remember, when there are 2 things that are not procced right now with the Alpha Bridge build. The Alpha Bridge build does not have the extra talent showing, and it also doesn't have the 10% damage out of cover that you get out of the Banshee Shadow pieces. So you also have to consider that damage does come out in the end, and that's what makes this build very good, especially since the 10% damage out of cover is multiplicative. So that amount of damage actually would top what you would be getting from the high-end or the exotic build. So that's it for the build, guys. Basically it's a build centered around the MP7 and 4 of the strongest talents in the game with the Ninja Bike backpack. Peace out. Oh fuck, no. Oh, he did get, I caught one of them. Fucking turret. Oh! Now all my sweat, now ain't me that no money for pocket, no money to job. Mo fellow bad guy, she and me bad guy. Senator bad guy, mo fellow bad guy, she and me bad guy. Senator bad guy. Monday to Sunday, on Tuesday, enter the party, up in movie, with all the bad guys, shouting Ushi, the sexy ladies, screaming Mobi. By the way, I run the way, to get a chance for you to hear what I say. By the way, I run the way, make all the answer this prayer, I praise. Bad guy, she and me bad guy. Senator bad guy, mo fellow bad guy. She and me bad guy. Senator bad guy. Yeah, nah, yeah, oh yeah, laga, mo fellow bad guy, she and me bad guy, Senator bad guy, mo fellow bad guy, she and me bad guy, Senator bad guy. Money they come they shout. Now all my sweat, now ain't be that. Sister me they come check I know, ain't they me check I jive. Money they come they shout. Now all my sweat, now ain't be that. No money for pocket, no money to job. Mo fellow bad guy, she and me bad guy. Senator bad guy, mo fellow bad guy, she and me bad guy.
got the